next guest is one of the co-hosts of The View, and she's written a new book, Permission Slips, Every Woman's Guide to Giving Yourself a Break. Please welcome back to our show, Sherri Shepherd. You actually go with the set of the soundstage here with our Dean Martin 1960s.
I know, I like it. It's like these boots are made for walking, laughing.
You look great. You look fabulous.
Oh,
you know,
thank you.
I'm getting rid of my black suit by Thanksgiving, so you know I've got many of them. But
and what are you gonna do?
Going back to wearing color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Is always nice, girl.
Yeah, that's right. Sherri, how did you come up with the title for the book, Permission Slips?
Oh, Permission Slips. You know, because for those of you who don't know, I'm on The View, and I want to co-host on The View,
and I understand that whenever you speak on The View, you have to get a permission slip from Barbara Walters.
You know, because I don't want to mess up anything that I might say. I don't want to get my boss in trouble.
No.
But what happened was it was like my third or fourth day, and we were talking about creationism versus evolution, and I was really nervous, Bonnie.
Oh, I remember this, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was sitting there, and I got nervous because there was a lot of people talking at one time, and I started trying to figure out how did my check bounce, because I zoned out. And I was like, how did that check bounce? And I heard earth, round, or flat, and I'm like, I got to get Jeffrey in preschool. I just zoned out, and I heard earth, round, or flat, and I finally went, I don't know. And so at the end of the show, Barbara says, dear, the earth is round. And I went, I know the earth is round. I did not know I was like the second most Googled person in the country. Everybody hated me. I got an email from a woman who went, wouldn't even want you in third grade with my kid. And I went, I don't want to be in third grade with your kid either. Send. You know? It was crazy.
I know.
You know, and so I came back the next day and I was so like just depressed.
Oh, I felt for you. I felt for you.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Yeah.
The ladies gathered around me, Whoopi and Elizabeth and Joy and Barbara, and you know, they said, we support you. We fully are behind you, and everybody makes mistakes. And then a lot of women emailed me and they said, Sherri, we don't care if the earth is round or flat either. We're just trying to take care of our kids.
Well, which is it?
It's round.
There you go.
But from there, I just realized, you know what, women, we take on so much, and we got to give ourselves permission to give ourselves a break. Sometimes we say things that are crazy, but you know what? You get up the next day, you're fine. And I live in Manhattan with a lot of women at the park, and they have their kids, and they'll say, well, we don't own a television, and my child knows Italian, Mandarin, and French. And I'm sitting here like, my son is 4, and I just taught him English, and I can barely understand that. You know, but you take on, and even with the schools, like he's going into kindergarten, trying to find a school, I feel so guilty.
Oh, it's crazy what they put you through, isn't it?
They put you through craziness, and we got to give ourselves permission to let go of that. You know what? I was sleepy last Saturday, and we own a TV. I gave my son the remote control. I showed him how to program Dora the Explorer for 3 hours. He watched Dora while Mommy got some sleep. We woke up, everything was fine. He still don't know Italian, French, and Mandarin, but it was all good. I mean, let it go.
Yeah.
Give ourselves permission to let it go. We got to stop with this guilt thing.
Yeah, and you do. You're very honest in the book. You tell a lot of great stories. And there's one where you ended up in jail, actually.
I went to jail. I was in jail for 6 to 8 days. I was in jail. Ladies, pay your tickets because the police will take you to jail.
Now, Sherri, you get stopped. You have a glove compartment full of your parking tickets.
You know what? My car, you know what? It was
a file cabinet.
I used to be a Jehovah's Witness.
You were?
I was a Jehovah's Witness for a lot of years. And I thought that, you know, they believe that Armageddon is going to come, the end of the world. And I thought the end of the world was going to come so I didn't have to pay any of my bills. I did.
Religion helps you out.
Yeah, it did. Jesus never came back, but I went to jail because I didn't pay my bills. So whenever I would get a ticket for my insurance was expired for 2 years, I would get a ticket and I throw it in the glove compartment, and then I had all these bench warrants for my arrest. So I was on my way to the Comedy Store. It was out when Pretty Woman was out, so I used to wear the thigh-high boots, a little mini skirt, you know, low-cut top, and my wig. So when they picked me up, I know that's
what's love got to do with it? Yeah.
I know, girl. But they picked me up, the cops, and I had all these bench warrants, like $10,000, and they took me to jail, and they chained me up next to some other prostitutes, and I was a
what do you mean, some other prostitutes?
It was the thing. Well, that's the thing. thing.
There you go again.
Girl, I was a
I don't want my
legal
son with that prostitute in the 3rd grade.
I was a legal secretary at the time doing stand-up comedy, and I kept, as I'm chained to the bench, I'm trying to communicate with my eyes to the officers. I'm not like them. I'm a legal secretary. I don't know what. And then I realized that the prostitutes, we were all wearing the same outfit.
Of course.
It was crazy. 8 days in jail. They stole my underwear.
Who stole your underwear?
Some girl named Big Bertha over in... So when Paris Hilton went to jail, I was like, girl, get ready for a ride. You gonna be in for it. But it's all right. Everything, I pay my bills on time.
I love seeing you like this, Sherri. This is what I love about you.
You don't see that?
No, I know. I mean, really. More with Sherri when we come back. Stay tuned.
You're dating our son's pediatrician?
Oh, ho. You do not want to go down that road. That is a scary road. People die on that road. And nobody comes looking for them because they never should have went down that road.
We're back with Sherri Shepherd. That was a clip from the new sitcom, Sherri.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes, it is.
So it's really based on everything you went through with the loss of your marriage.
Yeah, and
infidelity.
the infidelity and another baby coming from the infidelity. And there was a girl standing next to Malcolm who plays the other woman that he had an affair with, and she's pregnant on my show. And it helped, you know, being a stand-up comic, you know, when you go through a lot of pain of infidelity and that kind of thing. I got on stage and I started talking about it in Lifetime, bless their hearts. They said this is a show that we think women would be able to relate to. But, you know, Malcolm plays my husband. I don't know, y'all saw how fine Malcolm Jamal Warner
looking good,
is.
yeah.
I didn't want Malcolm at first. I fought it because when they said, you know, Theo, I said, that's Theo from the Cosby Show, this chubby cheek little boy. And Malcolm walked in the room with these muscles and this deep voice. And I was like, when am I gonna get a sex scene with my husband? Wow!
Start writing it.
Wow! Malcolm!
No, wait. Speaking of
And then
which,
Michael Boatman, woo.
Sherri, and then you're doing the show, and doesn't your dad come to a taping and you have all these
My
intimate
dad
scenes?
comes to the taping. He came this Friday, and I had a hot kissing scene with Michael Boatman from Spin City.
Right.
And I found myself, Michael kisses really well, and I kept going, and I was like, my dad is sitting there going, you stop it. It was so hard.
How do you do those scenes with your dad there?
I got to channel out that my father is sitting right there. I mean, I love my daddy. My father, you know, he wishes that he could have managed me in this building, in this business.
Sure.
He's really funny, and he tries to give me advice all the time about Hollywood because he used to manage like a bunch of McDonald's, so he feels like he knows.
Hey, it's the same group of people, different outfits. Yeah.
He'd always go, Sherri, you need to do 3 things. When I hire people at McDonald's, I want to know, are they good with people? Are they good on the register? And can they work the fry machine? You need to do 3. And these people, when they hire you for the job, they want to know, you good with people? Can you act and can you cook the food at the TV show?
That's right.
But my dad, I love him because he used to sell Mary Kay when I was growing up.
Oh,
He had
that's
3
right.
jobs.
And he sold the blue eyeshadow. Yeah, tell the story.
Oh my
Love
goodness,
it.
he was one of the top Mary Kay salesmen because he sold everybody electric blue eyeshadow.
He's so charming.
I don't care what you look like. He would go, oh girl, you look good. Everybody had electric blue eyeshadow on their. He never got the pink Cadillac. I wondered why.
No,
but it was electric blue eyeshadow women walking around everywhere. Oh.
You said you'd scratch your head as a kid. How could they buy that color?
Like, don't buy it. Don't buy it.
I know. Well, God bless him. You know, he was always trying to make ends meet and working.
He was.
Yeah. And you're in Precious, too, the movie that everybody's talking about.
I'm in Precious. Thank you so much. Precious comes out November 6th.
And you had to be very authentic in it.
I did. I didn't get to it. A lot of people didn't even know it was me. I play cornrows, the receptionist at the alternative school that Precious attends. And I came with all my bag of hair. And Lee Daniels, the director, said no hair. So even Oprah didn't recognize me. She's one of the producers of the film. She said, she saw me and she said, I was watching the film. And I said to Lee Daniels, the director, who is that woman? And Lee Daniels said, that is Sherri Shepherd. And I said, of course.
As only Oprah can tell it.
As only Oprah can say it. So either A, I'm a great actress, or B, I need to have my wigs on when I act. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to opt for A.
Sherri, as always, it is a blast spending time with you. You're one of my favorite people. We always have a great time. Sherri airs Tuesday nights on Lifetime. Her new book is also available now. Run out and get it. It's a blast to read.
Tuesday
We'll be
nights
right
at 10
back.
o'clock on Lifetime.
Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock
There
on
we go.
Lifetime. There you go,
Thank
honey.
you.
Thanks for being here.